Welcome back, guys. Tactical AV. And I'm just doing some staging and testing some of my equipment in my dedicated home theater room, but I thought it would be fun and a good idea to show you guys this. As I've just kind of been playing with and checking out my projectors that I have, I thought it would be interesting to show you guys the difference between a cheap and a more expensive projector and how the image can look. Keep in mind, this is on a bare painted wall. Now, I chose the color gray in my dedicated theater room on the walls simply because, well, I researched exactly the best type of paint to use for a projection system, and, well, considering the fact that I'll be installing a fixed frame projection screen here soon. I did choose a contrast wall color, but since there's no image projected on this wall at all, it's not going to be an issue. So I'll start with this cheap projector. Now remind you, this is about a $150 projector, and well, just about anybody can purchase and put it just about anywhere. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this projector on right here. However, one of the main things and the main advantages or drawbacks, if you will, of the cheaper projectors is essentially one thing, and well, that's light output. So I'm going to hit the lights quickly, and we're going to take a look at both projectors. As I said, now I've got my iRulu. Now, considering the fact that this is a 16:9 aspect ratio, and I have performed a simple keystone correction with this projector as it has a switch on board to do so. I've also focused it in as best as a $150 projector is going to get. However, I am feeding it full HD, 4K, Ultra HD, high dynamic range content, that is, although it won't be spitting out HDR at all. So actually for this test, guys, I'll be debuting Black Hawk Down on 4K Ultra HD with the Dolby Atmos here in the dedicated home theater. Keep in mind, I'm feeding all video through my Marantz AV receiver, using the video processing on board. That is performing a slight upconversion process for the projector as well. So we're operating at 1080p at 60 Hz, which is just about the best resolution this projector is going to put out. And it actually is quite amazing that even for $150, you can get a pretty good image projected on the wall with complete darkness. However, that complete darkness is really key. You've got to make sure with the cheaper projectors that it is essentially pitch black inside of the room for a deep color and, well, deep blacks. Now, a lot of people also get these little screen grid lines going on with the cheaper projectors, and the larger the image and the further the projector is away from the wall, well, the more grid lines that appear on most people's screens. But I'll be going further into that later. But just pay attention to the amount of light that the screen's producing at this point, and pay attention to the blue and, well, darker colors on the screen right now, and I'm going to switch out the projectors at this point. And I've actually been waiting quite a while to put up my Epson. And, well, since I'm planning on getting a projector mount to mount the projector to the ceiling, well, it never occurred to me to really put it up until I had the mount set up and ready to use yet. But just for this brief test, I also wanted to show you guys the differences and, well, clearly just the sheer size of the overall projection systems and how big the two are in contrast or comparison to each other. Okay, so now it's the Epson's turn. I'm just going to plug and play everything that we've got going into this projector right on into the Epson and see the difference. Using the exact same HDMI cable and, well, the exact same removable power cord. Let's go ahead and turn on the Epson. And by the way, this one is actually brand new. And here we've got the Epson. Now, without performing any focusing or keystone corrections, you do have to wait for a projector of this size to light up slowly as it starts up. It's going to get lighter and lighter as it's been on for a few minutes. And, well, I've only been waiting a total of about 3 minutes. Well, it looks like the Epson's already just about a night and day difference. It's actually quite amazing, even without any fixed frame screen or removable screen, just projected right on the bare wall. I can actually see that little grid line thing is completely gone with a projector like this, and well, the light output, that's a night and day difference. But the words are clear and easy to understand and read from a distance and close up. And well, the light output and the colors are just, wow, much different. Now, one thing I'll also point out, too, about the Epson is it does project an actually larger image on the wall when you're considering that you're the same distance from the wall with our last projector, the iRulu. However, it's the other subtle differences that make an expensive versus a cheap projector worth owning the more expensive options sometimes. In fact, my AVR cooling center is actually louder than my Epson is when it's been running for 4 or 5 hours even. So next, guys, I'm going to throw on in Black Hawk Down on 4K Ultra HD and give it the good old Dolby Atmos true surround sound test tonight, along with Jordan Peele's Us, and coming pretty soon is Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and Batman 1 and 2 on 4K Ultra HD for the first time. By the way, guys, I've acquired a lot more 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays that you're gonna want to check out soon. Stay tuned. I've got my review coming of the Emotiva PT100, so stay tuned for the full review and rundown of the Emotiva PT100 preamp. In addition to that, I'll actually be running through some tests in the dedicated home theater room as well with the power amps and other stuff. And yet we've come a long way, but there's still a lot to do, and well, I'd love to share it with you guys as we go along this journey with you. I'm obviously still focusing a lot on the dedicated 2-channel music listening gear as well. But I thought people might find this interesting, especially if you're considering making a dedicated home theater yourself and, well, using a projection system. For the first time, that is. And while this may be enhanced 4K, not a true 4K Ultra HD image projected on the wall, it can honestly really be a night and day difference from projector to projector. Well, that's going to wrap this video up, guys. Thanks for watching, and after all, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
I'll get in touch. We are losing objective Baker. I'll touch you.